Hello, I'm Richie Hunley, and I'm here with Jamie Benningfield, who is the Default Prevention Specialist and Veterans Affairs Coordinator here at Lindsey Wilson College. And we are featuring Jamie as part of our First Generation Friday feature. Jamie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, like you said, my name is Jamie Benningfield, and I am employed here at Lindsey Wilson. I love Lindsey Wilson, as I'm sure you'll ask me later. I attended school here, and I love working here. I actually live in Campbellsville, Kentucky, with my husband, Derek, and we share our home with my niece, actually. We're raising my niece. She's 6 years old. Her name is Kelsey, and we have two Great Danes, and we're also youth leaders at our church. So that's just a little bit about what keeps me busy.
Good deal. You said you went to Lindsey Wilson.
I
What
did.
was your degree in?
Communications.
Communications. Okay. When you were here at Lindsey Wilson, did you participate in any clubs, sports, activities?
I did. I tried to get involved in several different things. I was actually a Bagley Scholar while I was here, which was a great opportunity to just see and do a lot of things I would have never got to experience. I was involved in the Student Ambassadors Program all 4 years I was here, and actually was president of that for a couple years. That took up a lot of time. So I did student government for a few years. I was on the staff, and then I was just at-large representative for a couple of years. So those were some of the main things. I did a few other clubs and stuff, but those were the main things I was involved in.
So tell us a little bit about what your first year in college was like.
My first year in college, I think I was a little shy when I got here. I'm from Greensburg originally, so I came from a small town. I didn't come far. I'd always known about Lindsey Wilson, and I ended up here, but chose to live on campus even though I was close. So, but my first year changed me a lot. You know, I got to know a lot of people. I put myself out there. I got involved. So I really came out of my shell, I think, a lot during my first year.
So what was the biggest challenge that you had while you were in college?
I think the biggest challenge for me was picking what I wanted to get into, and kind of not getting involved in too much. I mean, I think it's always a good idea to get involved because there's so much more beyond the classroom, but you don't want to do too many things. I think your first year is a good chance to test out a lot of things and kind of decide what you wanna put your time towards.
So what did it mean to you to be a first generation college student?
It meant everything to me. Growing up, I mean, my parents always encouraged me. They never got the chance to get a college degree, so they were always encouraging to my siblings and I. And I always knew, I never really thought about what I wanted to major in or what I wanted to do after college. My goal in life was to get a college education. So to me, it just means the world that I actually did that.
What factors do you think ultimately led to you attaining your degree?
Like I said, encouragement from a lot of different people, not just my parents, but I had a lot of other people who were encouraged in getting involved in campus life. It's, like I said, we have wonderful professors, we have lots of good degree programs, and that's important. You learn in the classroom. But getting involved beyond that is I think what keeps people here. It's what helps you get your degrees. It gives you connections. It gives you people to go to for help when you have a problem. And I think just having a good support system is what got me through and will help get anyone through college.
So are you planning to, or did you decide to further your education at some point?
I have not. I've always thought about getting a master's degree, but life has kind of happened and I have not done that yet. I don't rule that possibility out, but I don't have my master's degree.
All right, and I know that at the time that you were a student here, that Lindsey Wilson College had the Upward Bound program, I believe. Did you participate in that any at all?
I did not, no.
Okay, I was just wondering. Our last question today is, what would be the one best piece of advice that you would have for other first generation college students?
Well, I know I've already talked about getting involved, so that would probably be one piece of advice. But I think beyond that, is important for first generation college students is to never be afraid to ask for help. Some first generation college students like me have encouraging parents, some don't. But even if your parents are encouraging, they've never been there. They don't know what college life is about, and they may not understand it. Like my parents didn't understand those steps, and even if they wanted to help me, sometimes they didn't know how. So I think it's important to just always be willing to go ask for help from someone. Lindsey Wilson College is a great place. Everybody that works here wants the students to succeed. So if you have a question, don't be afraid to ask for help. It doesn't matter if it's your professors or your work study supervisor or even upperclassmen students you've met. Just always ask for help. If the first person you ask don't know the answer, ask somebody else, because you don't want things to go undone. You know, you want to come here and get your degree, because it's just a huge step, I think, for anybody in life to get that. So always ask for help. That would be my number one piece of advice.
Jamie, we'd like to thank you for your time today and look for us every Friday as a part of First Generation Friday.